Hey all, what's up? Well, I'm gonna have to probably break this video down into a couple of parts, two or three, maybe just two. Depends on how much I can actually get my thoughts down because they're all scattered at the moment. Because I'm not sure which direction to actually start you in. Okay, dokie. I didn't tell you everything that happened to me when I tried to trick the effect into thinking that I went back to sleep. I told you about the screen appearing in the sky, and I told you about seemed like the car being put back into place, you know? But the next day, I went outside, and I was looking at my yard, just thinking about all the crap I had to mow in it, which I still gotta do. I was just looking around the yard. I wasn't really focusing on the yard at all, just looking around, focusing on little things here and there. The color of the yard and colors around didn't change. But it got weird because, how to explain this? A pattern started, I can only say appeared over the grass and everything around it, you know? And then the pattern started in waves, and it just started, it wasn't like waves like this. It was like someone, it was, man, it went over all the yard, not really over like the shed or anything, just over the yard itself. And it was huge. It covered the whole area. And it was like a frequency, you know. You just look at it. It's like someone dropped a pebble into a pond and the waves went like that, you know. But it wasn't, I knew this was going to be hard to explain. It went out. Not really out. You can't say went out. It was on top. But it was still on the ground. But it wasn't like this. It just went, oh crap. It wasn't circle. It was like straight curvy lines. Well, big curvy lines, you know. And it just went over the yard and everything around the area, just like, and it made a leaf, and then it kind of broke into smaller waves, you know. And I like rubbed my eyes just to make sure I wasn't seeing stuff, and I opened my eyes again, and it was still there. And I cannot figure out. It looked like a frequency wave, okay? It was like, I don't know if it was the frequency of the effect, or maybe it was the Earth frequency, or what. But it was definitely there, and I definitely saw it, and I wasn't going to say anything until I can do a lot of research on it and know what I actually saw. It stayed for as long as I was looking at it. I didn't focus really hard on it, and it wasn't. I know it wasn't my eyes playing tricks on me, because I would turn around, I look back, I wasn't really focused on it, and then it was still there, going over the yard. But it wasn't like big. Like I said, it wasn't like a big circle going out. It was like just, oh man, it was slight. It was like big waves. Oh man, I don't even know if I can draw it on there. It was something like I don't know if you will see this or not. Okay, let's say this box. Crap. This box is the yard, right? And I don't know if you can see it or not. Sorry if you can't see it, but it was like something like this. I'll try to make it. It was something like that. You might not be able to see it. I'll see if I can make it bigger. It was something like that. Just going over the yard. Okay? And if it hit a leaf or something, it didn't really... The leaf didn't really give off a wave of its own. It just went over everything, basically. So it could have been the earth frequency I was seeing. Or it could be the effect frequency. I don't know what I saw. I was doing a lot of research on frequencies, and it's just, I don't know. Maybe it was just a glitch. You know? I don't know. So, bunch of research on that. And then one of the commenters liked the word merging better, or realities, which that sounds better. And 3 days after that, I was outside. I went my smoke breaks. I was looking out by the shed, and I turned around, went to the front of the place, and I don't know if you've read books about people being able to read clouds, you know, or that clouds reflect the past, future, present, stuff like that. Sometimes clouds mean something, sometimes they don't. They show you pictures of stuff, you know. It could be almost anything. I've seen lots of pictures of stuff that's like really cool, but I was looking up, and first I noticed these two chemtrails, right? And there was two on the bottom, but the one in the middle, I stood there for 20 minutes looking at it. I could not believe what I was seeing. It was like there's no way that this cloud could be making this forms, alright? And people say you can control your reality. Maybe, I don't think. Well, I don't know. I'm not sure the whole theory about being able to control reality, okay? But there's no way, it's a coincidence, that the chemtrail in the middle went across, right? And there was two circles, just like that. Two circles. I'm not saying they were messed up on the edges. I mean, they were two circles. I don't know if I can make a circle, alright? Side by side, but they were merging into each other. And I stood there looking at it, thinking there's no way possible for that to be there. I mean, me doing my research and all the thinking that I was trying to do, look up and actually see this picture of these clouds making this damn picture. Like I said before in all my videos, I have no reason to lie to you. I have no reason to tell you what you want to hear. And I have no freaking reason to hand you a bag of kittens and rainbows, alright? I looked up and I saw, it's exactly what I saw. There was two chemtrails on the bottom and two on top, and a chemtrail going through the middle with two circulars. And then one was trying to merge in with the other. And as I stood there, the clouds weren't moving. There was no wind, really. And it was there. Well, I think I stood there for like 20 minutes watching it to see what it would do. And it just, maybe it was like a small breeze up there or something. It wasn't really, it wasn't moving. It was just in place. Two circular clouds. And inside the clouds, I really couldn't do the whole line thing in the middle, but it was like them trying to merge together, but they were kind of blocking each other, kind of stopping the merging of the two clouds put together. And I just stood there and I really couldn't. Maybe it's just a coincidence. I don't know. I don't believe in coincidences, really. I really don't. I don't. It's like things happen for a reason, and I saw it for a reason. You know? And I've been thinking about it ever since. The only example that I can think of is this. Let's say you have a car, and you get in your car, and you turn your radio on to a station, right? And as soon as you turn it on, you know it sounds kind of strange, right? You hear at least, let's say, I'll put down the three stations, okay? Let's say you hear a news station, or music station, and a news station all playing at the same time. All three frequencies are coming through your radio at one time, okay? Now you're thinking to yourself, well, the stronger frequency will bounce the other two out. But instead, the three frequencies still playing at the same time. Okay? And I've sat there and I listened to it before because it happened in my car, but it was only like two stations, like a music station and a news station playing at the same time. And you figure one of them is going to become stronger, right? But what if the frequency with both realities are just as strong? So basically they've got to fight each other for dominance, you know? But what if neither one wins? I mean, how long can they fight each other? And how long would it take for them to merge together if they're fighting each other? Can they still merge while still fighting? Because the clouds, they're probably about, yeah, I would say about that far into each other, you know? Because they weren't really in the middle. It was basically they were like a little more than I would say about 20% into each other. And just watching the clouds, it was just like, I can't believe I'm standing there looking at that. You know? How is that really possible? It's driving me crazy. A little bit. But then it's like, I always look for signs, you know? I look for signs to put me on a path to where I should be going with my thinking or my research or something, and that was like, I was looking for the neon sign going, this is a sign. But it's like, if that's not a sign that something's going on, or someone or something is trying to help us get the answers, you know? I don't know. It just was, to me, it was just bizarre as hell watching these two circular clouds trying to merge into each other. So if it all comes down to a frequency. Even our minds would have to be a frequency, you know? And you basically gotta break the frequency. I think that's how people awake. It's because, let's say for instance, you have the earth frequency, then you have the effect frequency, and then let's call it the veil that we have on, and that's a frequency. So for someone to wake up, all three of these frequencies have to be aligned at one time for it to actually work. So what I'm thinking is the people who don't have the same memories as us, their frequency didn't line up with those three. I don't know, this is just my thinking, you know? My theories, my stuff, you know? I don't know. It's just a lot to think about, you know? Because in a radio station, how does one frequency become stronger than the other? Let's say you're driving and you're driving toward one of the frequencies and it gets louder and gets stronger, right? So then it would, sooner or later, it would block the other two out because you're driving closer to the frequency. But let's say you're parking and all frequencies are the same strength. Okay? So, in other words, all of us are basically parked while all these frequencies are playing at the same time. And I'm not saying it's just one reality merging together with another one. It could be two or three. It could be a bunch. Let's say CERN, hypothetically CERN, pops a hole through a door, okay, and it goes through one reality, goes through another reality, and then goes through another one, finally stopping. What if it goes through three of them? Okay, so that means they popped the hole in three different realities, seeping into ours. Maybe they went through three or four of them and it finally stopped. Maybe we went through a bunch of them. And now, with this hole, or whatever, hypothetically, if, let's say there's billions of realities, right? That's the point. But now, since it's a hole, that reality has to merge with another reality to exist. We cannot say how many they've busted through and how many realities are merging with ours. Could be a bunch. I mean, I don't know. I really don't. Because when I saw that, I didn't freak out, but I just like, okie dokie. That's, it's not. I mean, to me, it's like saying that's not possible. But I know I stood there. I know I saw it. I'm not saying I created it because I really can't. I want to buy the theory that we can control reality. You know, maybe some tiny aspect of it. Maybe if enough people believe in something, maybe something could exist. You know, maybe. But I don't know. But when I look up it, I saw it. Yeah. Okay. Ah, crap. Basically, can't use the word I said, but it was weird. But then if we have all these realities mixing together, all having their own frequency, and they can't line up with another reality because the frequencies are different. Okay, so where's my okay? So basically, this is what could be happening. 1 second. Let's hope this doesn't fall off. Let's picture a bubble, okay? You got some soap, and you make a bubble, okay? Let's see if I can get the right end. You make a bubble, okay? Now, let's say you blew another bubble, and it's stuck on, okay? You blew another bubble, and it's stuck on. You make another bubble, and it's stuck on. But what happens every time they try and bust through reality? It attaches itself to the reality that the shot came from. You know? And since all these are connected, what if every time they bust through one, it connects itself? You know? The line that had them spread apart would probably disintegrate. So now, we have all these leaking into each other. right? They're all leaking into each other. I don't know how well you can see that. I'm sorry if you can't see it very well. Okay? I shall be back. This one's running 20 minutes already, so I shall be right back. And thank you for watching this video. I'll be right back.